Hi, this is Scott from Spectre Gear with another Shotgunner Pro Tip. And on this one, I'm going to be talking once again about operating the pump on a pump action shotgun. What I'm going to be talking about this time is the amount of force that it's going to actually require to move the pump to the rear and then move it back forward again. Because, and I don't really know where this comes from. It may come from people that think there's some kind of heavy-duty spring that needs to be overcome. I'm not quite sure, but I'll give you a real quick story. I was teaching a shotgun class to some of my tactical team guys back in the day, right? These were guys, this one guy in particular had not had any real experience with shotguns before. And he was one of those big muscle builder or bodybuilder types. And I'm showing him how to run the pump, but I never told him how much force was required to move it all the way to the rear. Apparently, he thought the amount was as much as humanly possible. And he actually broke a Remington 870. He broke one of the lugs off of one of the action bars because this guy was literally just running it all the way back like he was trying to sink a post in the ground. And to be quite honest with you, that's all that's necessary. Just a nice smooth action. But what's important is that that smooth action be all the way to the rear and all the way to the front. Okay? Where people get into trouble with shotguns is not running the action far enough to the rear and then coming forward. And what can happen there is you can either, you can with some shotguns, especially some older ones, you can create a double feed malfunction in doing so. Or you create a situation where you take it far enough to the rear to eject the shell, but the lifter never picks up the next shell, comes forward, and you now have an empty chamber. It goes click. So it's very important that this fore end get run all the way to the rear and all the way forward to lock in place. But do keep in mind, there's no heavy-duty springs. The only spring tension you're going to be overcoming is the spring tension on the hammer itself. That's it. And you can cock that hammer back on the trigger grip with the tip of your thumb. It doesn't take a whole lot of power. What's more important is that it's consistent, it's smooth. You can throw a little pep on there, but you don't need to kill your gun. Putting that much force into the action bars consistently will bang the gun up and can eventually lead to a breakage or a failure. So just keep in mind, just a nice smooth movement all the way to the rear and all the way forward is all you need to focus on. So with that, I'll bring it to a close. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.